Anyway, the next game, Cowboys at the Bengals. The only line I saw is at the Westgate and it says Cowboys by 3. I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but let's assume that this is correct. Who do you like this game?
I'm gonna like the Cowboys. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't bet on this line at this point because obviously we haven't seen them play yet. But I just think that the Cowboys' weapons against the Bengals on the offensive side and the Bengals defense, I think that Andy Dalton should be able to move the ball a little bit on the Bengals. And we don't know if Brandon Allen is healthy yet either, which I can't believe I'm saying that might matter. But, you know, if given the choice between Brandon Allen and Ryan Finley, I probably would go with Brandon Allen for the Bengals. But either one of them should be able to move the ball on this Dallas defense, but Dallas might be able to slow them down a little bit, or at least enough to stop them once and get up on offense, which I think they should do because the Bengals defense isn't very good. I'm interested to see what this line ends up being and how much it moves based off whatever happens tonight. Like, you know, if the Ravens somehow like just come out and crush the Cowboys, I'm going to be interested to see if this falls below 3 or, you know, just how low can it go? That's what I'm interested in seeing, because in a battle of backups, I'll take Andy Dalton in a revenge game anytime. So we'll see what happens, but I would be on Dallas at this number very tentatively, though.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think that, you know, the Dallas's big problem is their pass protection, right? We just discussed it. Like, they don't have Zach Martin. The Bengals don't get after the quarterback, though. They have Carl Lawson is their only guy who gets after the quarterback consistently. They have Geno Atkins, but I just looked at his snap counts when I was researching this game last night. I hadn't realized that he's like barely playing at this point. He's playing like a quarter of the snaps or maybe a third of the snaps in some games. He's just not the same player he once was, and that's really affecting the Bengals pass rush. So if Andy Dalton doesn't have pressure in his face, he should be able to connect with his receivers. And, you know, if there's any motivation for either team winning this game, I think it's on Dallas' side, because this is a revenge game for Andy Dalton. They kind of like threw him out because they got a rookie quarterback, and it was the right move, granted, but still he's going to be salty about that. So I think the Cowboys will win this game. I wouldn't bet it at this number, like you said. If it's 2.5, though, if we get some good line value, I think I would consider the Cowboys, but definitely not at 3.5.
Yeah, if it gets down to 2.5, I would very much be into this game, because then you're talking about getting 3 in a game where the motivation favors Dallas, because, you know, the Bengals are without Joe Burrow. They know they're not doing anything this year, and next year might be a rebuilding year too, depending on when Burrow comes back and how healthy he is. So I think that they're going to be a little deflated, whereas the Cowboys, you know, the motivation's there for Andy Dalton for sure.
Yeah, I think it's funny that there's more motivation for these teams to lose, because this is the Penei Sewell Bowl. Like, yep. the loser of this game will probably have the 3rd overall pick, and then they'll get Penei Sewell, and they'll benefit from that. I think that the Bengals need him more. The Cowboys can at least hope that Tyron Smith comes back healthy, which I doubt, but there's a chance that happens. But the Bengals definitely need someone like Sewell to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you sure the Cowboys wouldn't just draft Devontae Smith and be like, yeah, he's the best receiver available. We need more weapons.
Yeah, you never know. That could happen. We'll see. All right, next game.